Here you go, buddy.
Oh, I got a microphone.
You do get a microphone.
This is exciting times. I'm becoming a consultant because if I hold it like this, I'm wearing a quarter zip. I mean, it's technically a quarter zip.
Oh, you need this before you go, yeah, sure. Okay.
It's like, I'll look at like 5 or something. It's fine. Make sure.
So all towards Michael and that's John.
So it looks like most of you seem to have main.py already.
Everybody's up and running?
Just write the print hello there.
Yep.
And try to run it afterwards.
So to run, you can come up to these 3 dots at the top, and then you can run Python file like that. You set up, you sorted? Cool.
Cool.
You're fine.
It works when we run that. So this is like the
Is it running?
basic thing that we can start with.
So if you go up here and you say,
And you can just hit the play button.
for you it'll be a play button. So just save it. Do you want to save the file?
Oh, so Python is not
15 minutes, right?
15 minutes. I mean, even if the first hour is getting everyone sorted up, then it's a whole hour for people to.
Yeah.
It doesn't really matter. I think I say it's.
Click that Python 314.
Doesn't really matter, does it?
Continue, and then go through all these steps.
I think at the end it'd be quite interesting to try and collect feedback from people
Yep.
as well. Because this is the 3rd time we've basically run the same session.
Is that 3rd?
Second. But I feel like next semester, if we try to run it like once a month, like the last Wednesday of every month, we just run the intro Python workshop. We can churn them out and get a decent amount of exposure and get people coming regularly.
That's fine.
Because I think next week Dylan's PhD Dylan's going to come in and do like a big workshop.
Yeah. On what?
So yeah, that's
Okay.
Okay, how are you?
Is that for Python as well? Yeah. Is that for Python as well? Oh, fun. Big boy workshop. Right. Everyone up to there? Has anybody not reached this point?
Pretty much.
Cool. Right.
In the process of reaching that point,
Okay, well, regardless, we're going to take a step back now anyway and just look at the basics of Python, data structures, variables, that kind of things. Okay, variables, if you haven't heard of them, are basically just how we assign memory. So we can take a number, for example, and just say my variable. We're calling it my variable, and now I can access my variable, I can print it, I'll call it again, and now I've changed the value in this variable, and I can output it to be 10. Use the equal sign, that's how I create variables. Variables can be stored intrinsically in different data types. Python is very good at handling this for you, so you don't necessarily need to know, but it's a good idea to just keep an indication of what data types things are. So whole numbers, we're going to call integers. Strings are text, essentially, anything in quotation marks like this. And floating points are, again, numbers, but they're not whole numbers. They've got a decimal point in there. Anything in that realm is a floating point number. And then Boolean values are just trues or falses. So I can say, I'm happy, and that is false. I can say I'm depressed, and that's true. You know, and we can set these up as being mutually exclusive, so I can't both be happy and depressed. But we can set this up as we go. We're going to go through structures as well. So I can show you, actually, before we move on. I go to this basics. This is what is called a Jupyter Notebook, which you won't necessarily use. Actually, you lot probably will use, because you do neuroscience. But the basic idea is that we can run sections of code separated from each other. And so here we go. Here we got some variables. We're doing the exact same thing. So we're creating a message, and we're calling v2, v1, v3, v4. These are all the strings, numbers, floats, and Boolean values. And then we can print those as well. So if I run this section of code here,
Please restart your computer.
basically, yeah, because you know what? I don't. Oh God, Jesus Christ.
That's all right. So this should just get the variables into our Python, and then from that point, if you look at the lower piece of code, if you look at the lower piece of code below that, then it should just print what we've already set to the variable. So for example, in, I believe it's v2, you should have like a string that says something. V1 should be, so both of these, v2 should be Python, v1 is going to be a number, v3 is going to be a float. So a float is basically just a number with some decimals at the end. So it's just different kinds of data structures. That's what the official term for it. And all of these should give you a little bit of a sense for kind of the basics of Python, because fundamentally everything that you will make in this programming language is going to be built on either these types of data or slightly more complex combinations of them. So you can kind of see this as the groundworks that we're trying to help you become aware of them, so that later on, when you're actually exposed to them in a lab setting, so for example, if you have a massive data set full of these kinds of numbers, then you know what to do with them. So that's kind of like a little bit of contextualization.
Okay.
Also, don't feel overwhelmed, because we're going to give you access to these notebooks later. It's going to be something you can work through at your own pace, and it should help you get more familiar with a lot of these things, because this session is going to expose you to a lot of the core things, get you set up with a lot of the things that would cause you hours and hours of pain and troubleshooting, and make it so that you can now just go off and easily explore things. And if you want to come back to sessions in the future, we'll have more interesting things and chances for you guys to engage and learn. But yeah, Josh, is your Jupyter notebook still not working?
It's fine, because you're all going to have access to it in a second. Okay, that's variables, right. Loops, essentially, we're not just going to write print hello world. We want to say it a lot, for example. So we create loops based on conditions. So we're just telling the program to execute a specific section of code again and again and again until a certain condition is met. So we might have a while loop where we set a variable I, which is an integer, and then we go through, we iterate through, so I becomes 2, I becomes 3, I becomes 4, and this amount of code will then run 6 separate times. And we can do this for loops in, we don't just have to reference integers. We can use something called a list, which we will get onto in a second, where we can store different bits of data, and we can say, for every element in that array, in that list, we want to run. So this will run 3 times, but it will print out the variable in that element. So it'll print out apple, banana, cherry. There we go on. We're going to go into functions, which are very similar to loops in the sense of we are selecting a section of code to be run, but instead of running for a set amount of times or until a condition is met, we create a section of code which is run whenever we call it to be ran. So we can create a function that is Fahrenheit to Celsius to convert a value from Fahrenheit to Celsius. And then whenever we want, we can call it, which is what this is doing here. So we create a function and we have it return a value. And so what this does is we print and we're going to return the value of 77 converted into Celsius. We'll get into that in a second. Data structures. Data structures are, again, a way of compartmentalizing memory. And we can, We talked about lists a second ago. Fundamentally, what we're doing is we are keeping a number of variables grouped together. So we can have a list here defined empty, and we can fill it with 1, 2, 3, 4 elements, and they don't have to be the same data set. They don't have to be the same data type. So we can have 3 integers and 1 string in the same list. Here we are. If you guys want to follow along, just type up these things. That's perfectly fine. And we'll get onto classes in a minute, because that's a bit... Okay. What I'm going to do now is I want you all to... You should have a tab on the side here that says source control. So I'm going to create... oh my God, Christ almighty. I cannot operate with this big. Like, file... Pardon? No, he told me to make it bigger, so I can't, I'm like, I feel like my grandmother. Zoom so far in, it's ridiculous. File, new, to go to type, go. I'm zooming out. This is ridiculous. Very well, yeah. Right. What you guys want to do is, you've got that file open on your computers. Just go through and create some variables, create some numbers. Here's an idea. Just something like this. Create messages, create variables, and then I want you to print them like this. So this is, again, it's a function that just prints to the command line below.
Mm-hmm. So this would just be in your main.py file.
Just in your main.py file.
The one that you've been working in already. I saw that most of you were able to already print something, so you should be able to now just extend that basic understanding to creating a variable, so the thing in red that Josh was showing, and then printing the variable rather than just the string, which was hello when we originally started it. Okay? So just give that a shot, and if you have any questions related to that specifically, then just like raise your hand, and we'll be happy to give you a little bit more of like an understanding of why that may be useful. Okay?
No. So the hashtag, this is a point actually, yeah. So in a lot of code examples, you'll see these sections that are marked with hashtags. This is commenting. Essentially what it allows you to do is add text into your file, which is not read by the computer. It is not considered code. It is just there for you to label and make notes.
Mm-hmm.
What we do have is there is a right. There is this GitHub repository which documents a bunch of examples and a bunch of code to run through that we're running through today. So if you guys can open a separate web browser and just go to this website first of all.
GitHub. No, just
Okay. What this is going to let us do is just steal this person's code.
Yeah. Which is
Very
a major
important
part
skill.
of coding, is stealing
It's like majority of it.
Sorry?
Don't need an account to get onto GitHub, do you?
It's gonna be no because there's a missing. Oops, sorry.
Is this like a pre-built one?
Yeah.
Somebody else has got that. Let's make it look like Is it just like a load of notebooks?
Yeah. Just a bunch of loading box.
Yeah.
Cause fuck it.
Someone's already done the hard work.
Yeah.
Maybe you can just look it up.
Okay. Have we all got that?
I don't think we got it.
Does anyone not have that window open now? Okay. Cool. Right, so back in VS Code, what you're going to do is you're going to open a new window, which you can do by going to File and saying New Window. And you should have this option here, which is Clone Git Repository.
Okay. Yeah.
Yeah, so we should go to File, go to New Window, and then you should see Clone Git Repository here. Is that right? Okay, let me have a look. Okay, and then if you go over here, you'll see, you probably have to run through the little bit of setup. Just skip section, just mark done. Okay, of course. You might have to set up download Git for Windows first. So, oh, you need Git installed. And then you're on Linux. Sorry, no, your Windows. And then Git for Windows, set it up. And then that should be installed. Okay. Yep, you found it. Okay, what you guys probably need to do, realizing you don't have Git installed, is you see this, there's this element on the side here, it says source control. When I go over there, I've got open folder, clone Git repository. A lot of you will have a button that says download Git or something along that lines. Is that right? Okay, so click that button. You want to go to, that'll take you to the Git website, and then you again, another thing to install. So install that for your machine. Yeah, so Git is a back-end piece of software that allows you to perform source control. So you can pull code from publicly hosted websites. You can also save code so that if you make a mistake or the project changes, you can always revert back to an older version.
Saying I need to download something else to download Git.
You need to download something else to download Git.
Install Git.
Yep, just run through those.
Okay.
So Brew, you can, if install Homebrew if you don't already have it, install Macports. You probably just have to run through those steps. Or installing Git GUI. If you would like to install a Git GUI over you just need to do brew install, I think.
This one.
Yeah, so install, if you think you should already have Homebrew, don't you, on macOS? Or can you open the command line? Terminal?
What does it mean? Do you mean like the app thing?
Yeah, just type terminal.
Okay.
Yeah. And type brew install git. So it'll be spaces, yeah. Yeah, probably have to be spaces in between. Yeah, you're not going to be able to.
Okay.
Yeah, welcome to the command line. Sucks.
And then I just press
Enter, press enter there. Bash brew command not found, fantastic. Okay, so we don't have brew.
That's the
That's
thing.
why
I'm
I hate
worried
Mac.
that I don't have a lot of space on my computer.
These would be tiny.
Okay, that's fine.
These they're not big program. They're not.
Okay.
Install MacPorts if you don't already have it. So do you have sudo? Is that an option? Do you use sudo for this?
I don't know.
Just try that one as well. Sudo port install git.
Oh, I put that in.
Yeah.
Okay.
Really shouldn't have started this session without Mac support being.
Yeah, I have some.
Has that one worked?
I don't know what.
So you enter your
is
password?
That my own password.
Yeah, it'll be your own password.
Okay. Oh no.
So.
Never mind. It's not found. Command not found.
Oh, fuck's sake. Sudo port, come on, fantastic. So it's.
So I can download.
What did you
one of them.
type? Sudo port install. Where's that coming? Is that what was over there?
Yeah.
Yeah. That's if Mac port's installed. So yeah, try installing Homebrew first.
What's this?
So yeah, copy that.
Peace sign.
Yeah. So just into your terminal, like you did
Oh,
before.
I see. Like that.
Yeah. Cool. Press enter to continue,
Oh my god.
and let that run if it's not already. There you go.
Okay.
And then once you've got that, you should be able to do that brew install, the first one. The first one we tried, which was brew install git. Was it?
Do you mean like this one?
So not yes. If you go to that website that it was on, and you go back to the website we were at before, it would probably you'd have to go back, and then if that's installed, you should be able to do that
Oh, I
brew.
see. Okay.
Because now you've got the back end to do brew.
And then I won't have to download much of it.
We're doing that. We're running through it now. You might have to install brew homebrew first, and then
So when you put the homebrew like install command into terminal,
Yeah.
did it come with a password?
Yeah, I just plugged in my own.
yeah, you put it.
Why did it let you type? Because it
I just typed.
Mac OS.
How do you navigate on the screen? I do not understand. This is like some weird Russell Berry shit that's happening here.
You can see like half the letters.
So terminal is just like the place where you just like. Oh, so it is input.
It's something.
It's just not doing like asterisks or anything. Okay, so we have this like four.
Hacking into the mainstream. I'm so new to like, this is like
It's obviously how I tried it.
yeah.
I went to the whole thing in 1.5. I gave up halfway. I listened to the whole thing, just got to the point.
Yeah. So we all picked engineering
Right. We're going to use mine because we're not going to use that one. I can just take her. Is this working?
Still downloading.
Installing command line tools.
No, you're too.
Fun.
But I know it.
So when this does download,
Hopefully Git will be
I will do
available.
the thing. I will
Right.
type it in.
Who has Git installed? Hopefully all the Windows people. Is you Git installed? Cool. Okay, what you should be able to do then, if you do have Git installed, is you should be able to now, when you go to clone Git repository,
What's happening, sorry?
so if you go to File, go to File and
Oh, okay.
not like meant that because that's not how files work. You go to File and you go to New Window.
You can just fire, so you know the website that have like the
think I managed to use
Is it get installed now?
run through helps to get started.
Okay, that's fine. Yeah, so brew's installed now.
Okay.
That's the idea. So
That's
now
fine.
can you brew install git? So type brew install.
Yeah. Oh, I did that.
You installed
Yeah.
brew install? Oh, did you install brew or did you?
Brew install git.
Okay, cool. So now is it yeah? So go to, you might have to close VS Code first and reopen it for it to see itself as being done. What time are we on now? 2:40. We still got an hour. That's fine. An hour setup is fine. It's reasonable. Okay. So yeah. Okay. Right. Oh, fuck. Right. So.
I still need this main one.
You can keep it. You can. It's they don't keep a lot of. They're not big files. They're tiny.
Get rid of the terminal.
You can get rid of the terminal. You can. For now. We'll be back. Right. So, if you're all set up now, what we're going to do is we're going to press on clone git repository and then ignore the one I told you to do earlier. We're going to type this in. So you're going to type that into when you clone git repository and you're going to type in https://github.com j-wild example session.git. Is that visible to people or is that not? Is that better?
See that it's printed these variables, so if you scroll to the
This is gonna, if you ever want to work Python for this, guys, oh, how did you guys find out about that session?
yeah, is your ring? Yeah.
Sorted? Yeah, it should do. Good shit. Yeah, fantastic. So that's all installed now. So you can go to like basics, and you'll see
That's
what
what
we.
it has, like the manual.
This has all the stuff on it now.
Cool. Okay.
So you can. Oh, yeah. You gotta like fully click on that, don't you? That's there. Oh god, it's open a fucking bullshit AI crap. Yeah, you can full screen that, or you can go through now. So you should be able to run these. If not, you might need to install. Yeah, so it's going to install Jupyter extensions.
What's Jupyter?
So Jupyter notebooks are basically, it's a way of running Python, but like in little snippets.
Right. Okay.
Just run that.
Oh, well, this is.
So you can run each individual box, and you can see what it does. Okay. Who has this now on their computers?
Ooh. Is that the same thing as?
No, I lied. I changed because this has a couple examples on it that one doesn't now. So
Okay.
because we're very organized, it's a skill set. Who doesn't have it set up? Okay. Who doesn't have it set up that isn't being helped by someone? Okay. Right. So you guys can start, the people that do have that now installed, you can go through and you'll have all those Jupyter notebooks, all those programs that you can run through, start at 001, and is the exact example I just showed you. Run through, make sure it makes sense in your head, and you can move through from there.
Just open the folder and open it.
Yeah, so just select somewhere to put it on your computer. So just figure out where you want it.
Homebrew's installed. Can you just run it from the regular terminal?
So if once Homebrew's installed, go to the terminal and say brew install git.
$$ brew install git. Or no $?
No $sign, just brew install git.
Wait, you can do that in your command line?
Yes.
Okay.
Sorry, what is, so you have git now?
Hi, I don't know. I have like.
Okay.
Is this the right?
Probably not, I mean, this one's abandoned, I don't think. I think if you just go to your command line,
typically you have
You type command.
but Jupyter is a little bit easier in that it
Or terminal. Okay. So you're better off doing. Oh, so you have Git installed now. So we can clone Git repo.
Yeah, there wasn't anywhere that was like, I know, but the thing on my laptop doesn't work anymore.
But it's not working on.
Oh, really? Okay, so can you type in that one at the top?
We found there was like you're meant to like install X import or something like that.
basically
Could you take over as someone who
Yeah, sure.
infinitely more intelligent?
As someone who learned about Brew 2 seconds ago on a different computer. Sorry. Sorry.
It's all the same.
It's all the same. Okay.
Okay, so Brew is installed.
Brew's installed.
But just typing into the terminal doesn't seem to. But I don't know if there's like a step that's meant to be done between those two things.
So close the terminal and reopen the terminal.
Sadly.
Watch it
That
work
is-
now.
All right,
It's,
Brew.
Brew install Git.
Yeah. So no command found Brew, so Brew isn't installed. So you need to go through the step of installing Brew again. So just copy that by pressing that, and then just Control V. So there you go.
It did this
Yeah.
before.
Okay. So put in your password. The script will install. Okay, then enter. So now it's installing. Just let it run. So it'll take a minute.
Yeah.
Did it do this last time?
Yeah.
Okay.
And what I'm hoping is something appears here saying
Yeah.
already installed. Dick.
Well, I'm really hoping it doesn't say that actually, because I've got like 5 more slides to get through in the next hour. I don't know how I'm going to manage it.
Loads of time.
Exactly.
This is booked till 5, so
Is it?
yeah, no, it's the default.
This is booked till 5. I'm leaving at 4. I'm gonna fucking get a drink, man.
I'll leave
Fuck.
it free, so at least get the trade.
Oh fuck. You actually, that's deep. Well, you have all this now, so you can basically go through all the examples. You can also do is like, which one did you download? You downloaded I was very non-clear about it. Yeah.
Was it the
Downloaded
wrong?
whichever
Yeah,
one
because I decided to
John
use
told us
mine in it.
download.
But you can,
I
you can
just,
run
I
another
just
one.
told him to run.
It's a fucking no signal now, for fuck's sake.
Yeah, I just told him to install the URL, but
Yeah, no, that would make sense. I didn't change my mind halfway through time, people.
oh, I see.
It's fine. We're not.
As per your slide.
Oh, 100% it's correct, Bowser. But that presupposes that my slides were correct, so. Okay. Right. Well, those people all get sorted. I'm gonna way zoom out, and when we can run through some of these examples, and you guys can run it. I can't run the code, but you guys can run the code while we do it, and I can just explain the code. So we've run through the first one a little bit. Okay, this is. I mean, why even do that? Okay. All right, here's some basic ones. So this is something you'll see a lot with like all Python code, is you'll see these import statements at the top. These are for, I can barely see if it gets bigger, you know. Okay, so you can read 3 letters now. Okay. So we have these import statements, which are essentially inbuilt modules. In this case, they are inbuilt modules to Python that we are calling. We're saying we want to use this. For the rest of our code, be looking at it in the view of this. I'm going to be using math, so import math, so that I can use math.factorial. It's a function that is defined in a module somewhere in Python's base called math. And is doing very, very similar things. Is we're looking more specific. We're saying in math, import factorial. So a specific family of functions that we are going to import from math. Import all, which is what we're doing when we do the asterisk. And we can also create it named as an alias. So instead of saying math every time we want to call a function, we can instead just say m. Okay. So if you're running through this at the same time, I'd ask you to run through it at the same time, and we can run math.factorial. For me, probably not going to run. Yeah, of course it's not. I don't need to run. Are we all getting outputs from this? You should be on, it should be on 001 basics.
So when you start a new file, essentially you have nothing in there.
So you can go through from the beginning and import math module, import, again I can't.
It's saying that I need to choose kernels.
Yep, that's fine, just allow it. Just go to kernel. Yeah, just go press Python environments. And then just whichever one, we'll just go with the global one because it should work better. And then just install.
And then we want to bring in this import factorial, this fact. So
cool. So it's run now. It's giving the factorial of 12, and it's giving you a random number in the range of 23 and 1,000.
So, wait, what?
So it'll say on these comments, if you import the functions, you can tell the function to, okay, so from random import random range as RG, which is a really convoluted way of saying, we're importing a function from this random module called random range. And we're calling it RG, we're naming it RG, and you'd have to look into the module, but I'm assuming this is going to give you a number within the range of 23 and 1,000.
So it's just asking it to spit out a number between those?
Yeah, but it's using...
What's this top number?
So that is where we asked it to print the factorial of 12.
Oh.
So
but then what does that have to do with that?
Just showing that you can do different functions.
So these are two separate things?
These are two separate. We could split them if you can click in the middle here.
So this has no link whatsoever to that, except for the code part?
No, if we commented this out, if we deleted it, it would still run the top.
Okay.
It would still run the bottom. This is probably an easier. This is probably an easier way to run through it. Is I don't know why this example starts with more complicated stuff, but if you just use variables, if we name some variables and then we print the variables, you'll see it's printed them where we saved them into memory.
Okay.
Yeah.
But
Cool.
when it comes to like the actual typing of the code,
Yeah.
what's the rules with like, do you need a space before and after the equals and stuff like that? Is there a specific rule?
Okay. Yeah.
Are you gonna explain it?
Yeah. You know what? I'll go. Yeah. You'll need spaces. No, you've pointed out that I probably just need to explain it better.
Tell me if raise your hand if I need some help. Just yell out.
No, I feel like it does that make sense.
It does.
So in, I think it's Hugo's, isn't it? This is John's. This is John's here. Yes. Hello? He was asking where John's laptop was. Okay. When it comes to... Pardon?
My fault.
Okay. Yeah, basically, the actual answer is you'll get the feel for it. Write it like it's words. So in between words, you need spaces. Unless you've got variable names. So this is the trick. So if this is what you're asking, if I'm creating a variable, it has to be one word. But I can split it up. There's different ways people do it. But I can say variable 1 equals 5. But I can't say variable 1. It needs to be. But I can do it however I want as long as it's one continuous word. Is that what you're asking? Yeah. Okay. When it comes to functions and when it comes to iterations, when it comes to loops, we use semicolons like this, or colons, whatever, And then if you press enter, it automatically puts you to the right line. In Python, it is a little bit funny because if I run this, it doesn't like it. So you need to make sure you've pressed tab and you've indented it so it recognizes that this is part of this, yeah. Okay. Make sense? Make no sense? Okay, right. Because I think it's going to take too long to go through each individual section. What I'm going to say is there are examples there of things information we could keep, information you can go through in your own time. But I think what's kind of more important right now is if we go back to the slides eventually somewhere, yes, we'll run on to, we've gone through lists now. Oh, we haven't properly gone through lists, so I'll go through lists. Yes. So what I can do is I can create a list, and then I just create it empty, and I use square brackets to create that object. And then I can do list.append, and I can just say, and then I can print list. Okay. So I now have a list with just the number 5 in it. I can also say I want to print list, and then I want to do it again. Oh, thank you. I'll put 10 in it, and print list. And okay. And you guys do this along with me as well. So what we've done here, we've appended a list, we've added to it each time, and I've just displayed it's going. Okay. So we've created a list, we've added the number 5 to that list, we've printed it again, which we can see here. So we've printed it. So we've shown that there's just 5 in it. We've then added the number 10 to it, and we've printed it again. And so the output is exactly as you expect, a 5 and a 10. You could do a lot with lists. I could.
So then let's think about what can we do with lists, for example. Make like a shopping list.
Yeah. So the idea is as well is that you don't necessarily have to have numbers in it. We could do the same thing, but I want to create a list, and it's of people's names. Those examples will be useful if you do want to go for it. But see you later. See you later. Okay. Yeah. So we can add whatever we want to lists. We can add strings.
So whenever you type out words, you need to have the speech marks as well?
Yes, you do.
That's right. That's what defines a string versus a number,
okay,
for example, or a variable. Because you can see that variables do not have speech marks around them, and that is because they're supposed to be kind of like a fill in the gap. Like a variable. Like if you think about variable in scientific context, it's something that can change, that you can switch something out with. And so in this case, I've got a list, and the list is both a kind of data structure, so it's both a box with a lot of things that you can put into it. It can be a number, it can be a string, but it's also a variable because you can change it. You can change the things.
And so the program will recognize words like list and print.
Kind of. List in this case is something that I could change to lists. I could change it to any word that I want. Basically, it's not a fix.
So what the program recognizes is that I've put data in square brackets. So if I have, by putting it in square brackets, it's gone, oh, this is a list. I can call this
But then to rename it, you
So
have to like.
this you should now have downloaded somewhere.
So I could say this is A, and then say a.append. It's recognized. A bit confusing for me to call it a list.
I think I understand.
Yeah, so we've called it a list, and I can add. That's a list now. Doesn't matter what we call it.
As long as it has the square brackets and kind of.
As long as it's got a squares bracket, the program recognizes that this is a list.
Okay.
That's how we're treating it.
Okay.
Um,
And then is it the lists that interact with the loop function?
it can do, yeah.
The loop.
So when in this specific example, we're not looping. So, okay. So we have specific functions that are intrinsic to kind of to lists, for example. So append is a function that belongs to a data type of list. So we create it and we call it append, and we're passing in the variable 5. So we're just telling it to add 5 to it.
Okay.
Okay.
So is that so you can only really keep adding?
No, you can also. So this is all the kind of stuff we can do to it. So let's see if we a.clear.
Oh, you would have we'll call this one like demo.
Versus my laptop. I'm trying to get this installation. If I remember
I think they had to change their name from Jupyter or to Jupyter Notebooks, but it used to stand for like interactive Python notebook.
Okay. I see what you mean. Yeah.
It just tells your computer how to interpret the files. If you were to enter download, you could copy this and code.
Yeah, it's not quite clear because
So
I've.
it's not like
That's the reason I'm set up to
Sorry.
without crashing.
so it's like one step after another. There's no way to go back into it.
Yeah, so it operates. Yeah, okay. Sorry, this is things uncovered. So it operates linearly. You're as though if you're reading down, you're telling it do this, do this, do this, do this. And there are ways we can mess about with that by having loops, by having functions. Like a good example that I could have is I could create a function. Clear list. And I'm going to pass in
Memory location that has been, for your sake, defined as
list to clear.
if you called it
And then I'm just going to say
your computer would again
list to clear
as an empty
dot
list.
clear.
Refer to it as Apple. If you were to say list equal to A, it would take that same.
Okay, and then I'm going to say this. I'm going to then say print A. I'm going to forget about appending it because it's kind of middling the analogy here, and I'm not going to clear it. I'm going to instead say A equals clear list. Call it B because it makes it easier.
There are floating point numbers, which is anything that's not a whole number. Data structures.
Right.
So a list is a data structure.
Can you step through that in your head? So importantly, probably important to realize, if I have anything that has been defined, my program does not start by running this. My program starts here.
So what's that previous step?
It doesn't matter yet. The program doesn't know about it. So we start by creating a list with Hugo and Josh in it. We print that, and then I've created a function. This is a function, and this is where I've defined what that function does. So I've said that it inputs in the brackets. This is my parameter that I'm inputting. So I've called it list to clear because the point of this function is to clear a list. So I want to put in a list and I want to get out a list. That list that I'm going to get out is going to have nothing in it. And so list to clear, I'm going to put in that list. and then I'm going to get out a clear list. So B should theoretically be a clear list. There should be nothing in it. So if I run it, none. There's nothing in it.
I see.
Append and print. Those are both
Kind of makes sense. So the idea is that even though we've got code written up here, we don't necessarily run it yet.
Those brackets are information.
So is it only starting from A equals because it has...
Because there's nothing here that's not a function. Yeah. I think it's honestly easy. If you want to work through some examples, just because I think it's actually easy to work on a one-on-one kind of thing, so I might just walk around and give people a hand. Oof, what are we up to? Are you happy with that? Happy with that works? Okay. So we've done lists. Do you want to work onto some even functions? Work on some functions. So if you're confident enough, can you define a function that will clear that list?
Now I'm going to sit here and talk about things.
Yeah, so it's best practice to do it at the top. You don't have to. Go.
Okay, why can't I just do this?
Is clear list the name of the function? Is clear list the name of the function?
I'm calling it clear list. It is the name of the function, but you don't have to call it that because it's your own function you're creating.
Also, if you want to clear A, you say clear A. What?
Pardon?
What does the clear list function do?
I've created that function, so you can call it what you want. But this function will return a empty array, an empty list.
And do you have to, what is to define a function then? There's a function, then there's the diff that goes before you.
Yeah, the diff is the keyword that tells Python that this is a function.
Okay.
Because otherwise it doesn't know it's a function. You have to communicate to the program that I'm creating a function here.
This is when it's a function that is not known.
So yeah, this is my own function. So this is basically, in normal English, this is create a function and call it clear list. That's the idea. This bit here is I'm going to pass something in. I'm going to pass in a variable here. I'm going to pass in A. And I'm going to call it in this domain, in this area, I'm going to call it list to clear. And I'm going to return whatever it is I put in with clear applied to it. Yeah. Does that make sense? So clear is already known to Python. Yeah.
Oh my god, I feel so sorry.
Where are we up to? Where are we up to? We're getting there. I think it's honestly easier for me to just walk around and help people directly because you can't really get anything back. Where are we up to? Are we still installing?